Is it possible to survive off £1 for 24 hours? Let's find out. Let's face the facts. You're poor, I'm poor, we're all poor. Oh, sorry. We're all poor. Inflation has risen by 3.4%. With prices rising and government support failing, families are forced to cut corners, and the corner that gets cut the most tends to be food. Because, to be fair, the healthier stuff is way more expensive, but of course it is. When it comes to making food that's actually good for the body, like grass-fed or natural, it takes a lot more cost for the company. Back in uni, my air fryer was my best friend. And this resulted in me getting far too familiar with the oh so dangerous beige food zone. And if you don't know what the beige food zone is, it basically refers to foods that are very carb heavy, highly processed junk that tend to become people's comfort food. But I cannot stress this enough when I say they have zero, and I mean zero nutritional value whatsoever. It's absolute dog shit, bro. So that's why I set on this challenge to only spend one Great British pound on each meal for 24 hours. And to actually see if that's possible. Can I do it? Let's find out. Wish me luck. But first, I'ma set some ground rules. Rule 1. I must eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, each costing a maximum of £1 worth of ingredients. Rule 2. Each meal must be balanced, so that includes a protein source, a form of carbs, and also fruit and veg. Rule 3. Spare money won't roll over to the next meal, so if I don't spend £1 on breakfast, my maximum allowance for lunch is still £1. And rule 4. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. It really goes a long way to support the channel. But without further ado, let the challenge begin. And to start the day off right, we're heading to Morrison's to grab some breakfast. We gotta figure out what we're gonna have for breakfast. Not really fussed about the protein, but if I have enough money, I'm gonna try and slip it in. 99p. Okay, 99p per kg. That's actually not bad. That's actually calm. Alright, let me grab one. And this is just what I was looking for. The cheapest one I could find is this one. 30p each. However, they come in a pack, so that's 60p right there, which is most of my limit gone. I tend to have a pretty light breakfast personally, so I'm gonna skip out on getting a protein source. Carb and fruit is perfectly fine. Bro, this looks so depressing. And there we go. Bananas. Actually, not too bad. 78p for a banana and 2 rolls. And with that, Morrison's has officially been conquered. I can check that off the list and move on to my next store. Well, actually, before I do that, I've got to head home, make my food, make my breakfast, I guess, and then I'll head over to Aldi and see what I can find there. All right, now that I'm back home, it's time for me to enjoy the first meal that I got. Yeah, this is gonna be great. All right, let's do this. I mean, what did I expect, bro? It's just bread. Alright, I don't even know how I'd rate a meal like this. It's kind of weird because bananas are nice and bread is nice, but it's just bland, like plain. I wasn't really able to add anything to it, so this is what all I can really get. But overall, I'd give it like a 3. It's like really average, nothing crazy, but it will definitely fill you up, so I'll give it a 3, especially for its price as well. That was yummers. And next up, we have Aldi. All right, let's do this. This Aldi is significantly smaller than Morrison's, but hopefully I can find something for lunch that won't like completely break the bank. I found the holy grail of saving money, the pasta section. Okay, so we're gonna have to go for the essentials line, which are basically just a cheaper version of what everyone else sells. For example, 30 pence for spaghetti. Wow, for a branded one is 75. Now I just need to find a good protein source. I could get paste. I'm not gonna do that. Not today. There it is, the tuna section. Only problem is I have 89p, which is over the limit, unfortunately. I could get sardines and tomato sauce for 45. All right, cool. I'm grabbing the sardines and tomato sauce. Oh, this is gonna be great. All right, and with that, it gives me about 20p to spend on some sort of vegetable. Oh yeah, bananas, but I've already had banana. I'm not trying to repeat meals. Avocado? Nah, that's way too pricey. A grapefruit? Low key? I could. It's something that a lot of stores do where they sell everything in bulk packaging, which technically I guess is cheaper when you buy things in bulk. However, for a consumer that's looking for the cheapest possible items, buying in bulk isn't always an option. I just want to grab the grapefruit, just because I literally don't have much other choice. I just did some quick calculations, and adding in the grapefruit, it goes over my limit by 7p, which is crazy because the grapefruit is 29, but it's too much. So I need to find something to replace it. I think I found a way to save myself. Bro, I'm generally grabbing, like, what's the lightest potato? Like, bro, I'm desperate right now. This one feels pretty light. I went for this potato and I'm praying that it works out. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Oh, grapefruit, I mean. And now finally, 74p. Let's go. Baking potato? 24. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. One. Oh, I'm just under. Oh my god, that's actually so insane. The clutch is crazy. Bro, that almost completely cooked my challenge. Finding that potato was absolutely crazy. And technically, potato is a vegetable. However, it's also like a very good carb source. So I'm gonna count it for this one as an exception, because if not, this video would have been completely cooked. I'm gonna be so honest. And now that I'm back, we can get started on the lunch. All right, quick little editor's note. I noticed that I mixed up my apple and my grapefruit. So I ended up having the grapefruit for dinner and apple for lunch. But, you know, spoiler alert, it doesn't really make a difference. Just want to point that out. I can't lie, my options were pretty limited. I got an apple for the fruit, also got potato for the carbs, and then finally, the star of the show, sardines in tomato sauce. I'm not looking forward to this meal, I'm gonna be honest. But with the price range that I was given, this was the only way to stay on the budget, so let's see what we can make. Like, I can just be like, oh yeah, you know, I cut all these chips, da da da. Really stupid. Dude. If the apple is ready, time to move on to the sardines. Let's open this up. Yeah. All right, while the chips are warming up, I've decided to fry up the sardines that I got, because I feel like cold sardines with the tomato sauce won't hit as hard, and this seems a lot more appealing. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, we feasting like kings tonight. This is just, bro, I feel like a Victorian child. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I wasn't looking forward to this one, but after making it, it doesn't look too bad. And then we have the chips and the sardines. And I feel like the sardines are gonna make it a lot nicer, but chips aren't bad either way. Honestly, that's actually all right. That's actually not too shabby. And then the apple, it's just apple, so it just helps. It just helps. Just it being there helps in itself. I'd say 4, like 4. It's not horrible. 4 stars. Low key worth it. I was able to keep the price quite low. Wish there was better protein source, but beggars can't be choosers at this point. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this, bro. Now it's time to go out and get my dinner. Let's see if we can cook ourselves up something pretty good for dinner, because lunch and breakfast have been interesting to say the least. And last but not least, we're finishing off the day with little for dinner. My game plan for dinner is to spend more of my money on protein, just because it's been lacking in the other ones a bit, and I want to see what I can find that will actually be a bit more of a solid protein source. I don't know why I thought this would be low-key easier, but it's not by a long shot. Interesting to see that Lidl actually has cheaper spaghetti than they do at Aldi. Their Simply line is 28p, which is actually low-key crazy. And since I didn't get to grab it there, I can use it for dinner instead. As for the vegetables, I was hoping for a bit more variety, but no apple or watermelon. I need to find a fix where I'm cooked. The only way, and I mean the only way to make this work, is to get the Simply Bean baked beans. Even though baked beans is like a very high protein source, it just doesn't feel right. The meal feels incomplete without an actual like meat substitute or something. There's literally nothing else. Like, guys, I'm not even joking. I've been looking for about half an hour, maybe even longer, for any sort of protein source, and that's the best I can do. All right, back at it again. The apple that ruined our last one. Let's go. The pesto. beans. Let's get it to a total of 91p. Just about, but had to kind of cheat it, I can't lie. And with Aldi out the way, that is the final store for today's video. Now I need to go home and cook this monstrosity of a meal. It's not looking good, I can't lie. Not really spoiled for choice when it comes to meal options. I'm not even trying to use a lot of it, I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't find my can opener, so I had to resort to more violent measures. But we opened it, and that's all that matters. Look at that. Oh, baby. Now that's looking fresh and pure, look at that. The baked beans are done. The spaghetti's done. Do I put it on top or no? Let me put it on the side. Oh, this has to be illegal. Oh God. The thing is, yeah. I know for a fact. Like I don't have to check this. I know for a fact this is someone's like hear me out meal, or like someone's like struggle meal. Like someone's definitely eaten this many a times and they love it. But like why am I doing this? Like why do I have to do this? This meal feels like what happens if you overuse your free will. Cause why on God's green earth am I eating grapefruit with spaghetti and baked beans? Am I pregnant? The more I think about it, the more I just don't want to. All right, fuck it, we're doing it. Oh God, oh God. I made a continuous and serious lapse in my judgment, sorry. It's not even that bad. It's just depressing. It's baked beans and spaghetti. Like it tastes like it sounds. It's just beans with spaghetti. I'll give it a 1.5. I don't know. The grapefruit is nice. I like grapefruit. This whole challenge was a mess. I don't even know. Moral of the story. That's a good question. Shook, take it away. Don't mind if I do. There used to be a time where a challenge like this didn't feel like such a daunting task, where trying to have healthy food at a reasonable price seemed very possible. But a lot has changed since then, and I'm hoping that things can one day go back to the way they used to be. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, Stunzz out.